and the thing is, I find that this part of it is very important to do because I don't want the world thinking that people need to see the imperfection and the nervousness and all the energies that are part of the human experience when you're being asked to come out of your comfort zone.
Right.
And with this being the first video.
Speaking of which.
Speaking of which, hello! I'm totally naked and not uncomfortable right now, so just understand that this is part of what it means to be waking up to freedom.
Great. So let's introduce you then. So first of all, my name is Warren Wanowski, and I'm here with Cathy Matarazzo.
Yes.
And Cathy is I'm going to use the word spiritual healer.
Yes, okay.
And ordained peace minister. And you have a website and a concept and a book called Freedom Wake.
Yes.
And as it so happens right now, you're participating in a contest called the Next Top Spiritual Author.
Yes.
And as part of this contest, we have actually begun working together.
Yes.
And we're helping to promote you as part of this contest. And through the whole exercise by which we've come together, it's kind of led us into sort of this broader conversation about just what is Freedom Wake all about, what is, more about what you do, and the commonalities that that's got with things that I've been doing. And I thought it would be kind of cool for us to have a conversation and talk a little bit more about the Freedom Wake, in particular as an idea and a concept. How does that grab you?
That is perfect, because through candid conversation will be the only way actually that you will get the gist of anything from me, because I'm not scripted whatsoever. So yeah, fire away. I mean, I don't know what it is where we want to begin. I don't know. What I will say is, the one thing about me is I am a child of the universe, and that actually is probably one of the only things that I'm comfortable in saying I am, as opposed to this, that, whatever, all of the outside things that, and the different roles that we are given in this world. And that ties directly in with the whole concept of freedom and being awake to the essence of who we really are. So I need to say that. That's why if I squirm when you say I'm this, 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 and this, it's just because I don't attach to any of those sorts of things. Mm-hmm. I recognize and I honor all of them. And believe me, there's many. But I just am far more comfortable in my own skin to know that I am exactly the same as everybody else.
Right. Well, and I think that turning that around, that would be one of the key messages that you would have for anybody else, which is we're all the same. None of us is any different, or I'm certainly any better than anyone else. And yes. I think in conversations we've had in the past, that's kind of a key part of what you want to teach people is to, and that comes back to one of the things that you talk about in your Freedom Wake and in the whole context of what it is, which I'd like you to talk about in a second, but you talk about kind of the importance of expressing your own heart song.
Yes.
And so maybe that's a good place for us to start, is define for us a little bit about what Freedom Wake really is, where the idea came from.
Okay.
And how it kind of ties into what you've been doing for the last 15 years plus yourself. Let's give people a little bit of a reflection of just kind of who Cathy Matarazzo actually is, and how you came to Freedom Wake as sort of an idea, a concept, and an offering to the world.
Freedom Wake actually came to me through spirit in terms of the actual name. It was in a dream, but that was quite recent in terms of how my whole path changed into this path that I've become so much aligned with over the last 15 years. It's interesting, one of the things that you shared, just with what you just said about the concept or what it is that I would like to teach people, actually it's the opposite. It's what people have taught me and have come to me, and what I actually can give back and offer back to them. And Interestingly enough, over 15 years of working very closely, intimately, with a large percentage of people in terms of hard work, it's usually illusion that they come through the door with. So they try to teach me through their illusions, and actually the freeing comes through my ability to take them to their place of innocence. And that's where that's where one becomes awoken. And I know that probably doesn't make sense, but people will come through the door with, you know, be it a terminal illness or emotional or physical or mental struggle, thinking that's who they are. I don't see anybody like that. And I see only perfection, and I see wholeness and completeness, and I see that all of those energies and all of those situations that they come with simply may be the clothing that they wear, really. So when one enters, when one chooses, or when one connects with me for the healing work, all of that is actually left outside the door, and they enter into a very sacred, intimate space where they are free to explore through the lenses that I see. And that actually is where the healing is. Not for me, but for them. Mm-hmm. Because when they leave, they realize that everything that they believed themselves to be really necessarily isn't what is in line with their heart and what their song is really about. And I mean, heart song really is who we are on the inside, why we've been brought here into this time and place on earth, and what it is we have to offer. And there is no one that is more special or unique or gifted than anybody else. I do not believe that. Nor do I believe that there's actually good and evil. I will explain that. I believe that there's only one source, and that's love. And when we deviate from that, or when we move from there, or if we believe something other than that within ourselves or other people, then we experience the opposite of that. We experience the duality of that, or the polarity of that. When you know, lightness and darkness. I mean, darkness is because you moved away from the light, but to me, light is the source. In practical terms, that's love. That's your connection to that source of who we all are on the inside, that we came with and that we'll leave with. Everything else that we do here is a playground for understanding that, if you choose to. And really, it is a choice, because you can go through your entire life and not care to even venture into that level of awareness. And it's okay if you know, but in saying it's okay because there's no judgment, but understand the fact that if you choose to see through those kind of lenses, then you're not going to have the peaceful feelings and the compassion and the understanding and the certainty and clarity that those who do want or find the courage to go in and do the work and connect to a deeper soulful place of knowing. That's the gift that you get there.